Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. One of the all-time great RPGs, so if you haven't... Why I'm even saying that's very unlikely when it's coming in at like episode 13 or whatever this is. Let's just carry on. Oh yes, Society of Leopold. That was where we were up to. Right, okay. You know, something that we haven't really discussed as much with this, and when I think of like the Claire Obscure playthrough, it's characterised by that, Knights of the Old Republic one, the Final Fantasy IX one, all the recent ones have been characterised by this. Am I enjoying this? You know, what's my feeling with all this? Like, how do I feel about it? I would say that I'm enjoying the second half a lot less than the first. I think that Santa Monica and downtown are really the best two areas. I don't like Hollywood, as I said many times before. Oh, so I'm just trying to get away from the shouting of that doomsayer. I don't care for Hollywood. Buy a watch. Oh, looks like I'm never going to get away from people. I don't like Hollywood. The sewers are obviously an abomination. I think there's no secret there. I'm not huge on Chinatown. It's weird, the Chinatown stuff, because it's like the quests aren't that bad. I mean, the quests, a lot of the quests there are quite kind of good, but it just doesn't feel... I don't know, like, for me, once you've left downtown, like, the world starts to feel less organic. It's also the fact as well that we're kind of using up locations, and the game feels like it is increasingly reliant on scripted sections. You know, you will go to a place and you will do a main quest thing. The main quest, unlike Fallout, and really unlike Knights of the Old Republic, the main quest is really now living in a different world to the rest of the game. It's literally existing in a separate instance. Is the feel of it. I think that hurts Bloodlines. We're going to go to the Society of Leopold. I don't recall enjoying this, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, do we have any points that we could be spending? We have 2 points. It's not very much, is it? We had 2 points, and we wanted dodge. So we're looking to get 9, and then once we get that, we can use that book, and then we're up to potentially 11 defense. Which is...
Where to?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll go and do this. This, as I recall, is a long shooty bang bang dungeon.
Greetings, Commander.
Greetings, soldier. Anything to report? The Gladius Day has told us to keep a sharp eye. He thinks we may have some visitors this evening.
Of course, sir. My duty, as always, is to protect the Brotherhood. All seems quiet for now.
Good.
Did he mention...
Again, a section that is
The only kind
not
that matters, soldier.
Yes, sir. Of course.
made vastly better by the fact that no guard can see past the length, like the end of his nose. We could probably just go through the front door, honestly. It just, I mean, this just feels like rubbish, to be honest. We could use. Sorry, I didn't have time to hit the button. Okay, what's that? To that guy. No, had time to hit the button, went to hit the button, and then it did not register the press, so apologies there. Cough would have been even worse. Where are you going again? You're going there. Whatever.
Lord, I pray now that you give me strength in battle, that I might overcome the hordes of Satan and his children, that I might wield the flaming sword of the Archangel and defend myself with your shield, and that my victories are many and my wounds few, that I might further your hero. And if I meet death tonight, then let it be first that I cast a mighty host of demons back into the lake of fire whence they came, and then rest finally in life.
Oh, I see, okay. Right, oh, is it only just one, does it? Okay, for a while. What's going on in the other room? Oh, can I not pick that up? Right, well I guess we'll be waiting around for a little while because my character can't rotate. Well, oh, and that just takes us outside. Apparently there's two entrances. I'm going to reload that just because I can. I mean, we can heal back. We can just sit there and heal. But why would we? Alright, anyway, we'll go. There we go. What a viewpoint. Come on. Shame we can't take that shotgun, but whatever. Is there a way actually, can we... I mean, I do like the Colt. Well, I don't know if I like it that much. Or we could get rid of the Lassiter. Let's get rid of the Lassiter. And I'm assuming that they'll all have the same stuff. Okay. Oh. Well, I've already got as many of them as we can manage. It's a fairly horrible visual effect, but whatever. What's this? Well, I guess we shouldn't have bought all those guns.
Brother Grunfeld seems particularly uneasy this evening. Yes, LaCroix has begun to move more openly, and Brother Grunfeld grows impatient. Ah, yes, LaCroix. As always, Brother Grunfeld focused.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
What is going on with the stealth section? Right, I don't know. It's bugged. It's just bugged, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's not. It's been fairly obvious for some time that there's problems, but it is seriously bugged. Like, and to be honest, in many respects, like as I say, I'm grateful because the stealth sections are like beyond awful.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
You just can't see
Gonna
me,
need some
can you?
backup. Who's there? Who's there? Going to need some backup. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Unfortunately,
Who's there?
oh, we can do it this way. Okay, fine. But yeah, like when I've done it on other playthroughs, and I've had the obfuscate power, which allows you to hide and gives you basically invisibility. Even with that, it's not as oh, I can do this here, I think. Hello, yeah. 8-6 sock human. Cool. Lock difficulty of 9. Well, it just so happens, if I do not forget, that we have a lock difficulty of 9. Wait, what? Lockpicking skill below lock difficulty of 9. Excuse me? 8? What is going on here? So what's going on with our... Okay, so that's glitched as well, which is not ideal. I guess the patch I'm using is prone to problems. Right, okay, well there's a lot of them in there. I think I recall last time fighting them, but given that I can just seem to walk straight past these guys, and any ill effects whatsoever. We might as well just do that. Right, that is cool. We got some books here, didn't we? Was any of this? GB, Chuck LaCroix to Los Angeles, Lord's of Strength, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Grout, Uncurrent Esophagus, blah, blah, blah. Lure of Grout, too late, how to dispatch him. Ben Verkoven. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Oh yeah, that bit's going to be interesting. Right, and then this... fascinating, right. So it doesn't actually look like there are any other exits here.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Oh, they saw me. Didn't expect that to happen. Well, let's just have a nosy around and see if there's anything interesting before we reload, which is what we're going to do. Well, I don't think so. I think we just needed that key to... It'd probably be the one for the that lockpick door that we should have been able to unlock, but weird things are happening with our dexterity, so yeah. I'm pretty sure that there will be some fighting bits still to come. In fact, it might be from this bit onwards. I think this might be the section where there is no hope but to... well, maybe not. Right, can you... I don't know if that puts them on a higher form of alert, but... Let me go first person again, please. Right. Let's save the game again. Let's have another cough. Very good. No. So when I played the game the first time when I was young and I didn't have broken stealth, I would stand up here plinking shots at them from down there. They couldn't return fire, but it took an age to kill them because they're all damage sponges, and I don't think I'd taken really any ranged points on that occasion. This time, knowing that we can basically just walk past them, seems kind of pointless to do anything else, although we could technically kill them. Maybe we'll do that. Great stuff. Yeah, who's there? He's on high alert. Oh, we could probably have used blood buff, thinking about it, to open that door. But whatever. You know what, we'll go left first, as is our Suez tradition.
No, if someone is out there, let them come to us. There's only one way in. You're mistaken. There's another way. We must be cautious. Yes, I suppose. But I don't know the man who can hold his breath for that long. It is not men who need to do that.
Right, okay, well, in that case, maybe we should go the other way first. Since that is very clearly the way to go, let's go and see if there's anything exciting on this route.
There are many. Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a couple of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the resurrected Saint Leopold, come to lead his armies into the final battle against the armies of darkness.
I mean, I think this is so. I would assume that this will be our exit route, given that the guy is at the other end. So it might be in our interest to try and take out as many of these people as possible. Having said that, they might respawn, so don't know. He's looking right at me.
Who's there?
Well, I hope I don't need all that money for something later. Is it the fact that stealth is broken that is making this less enjoyable, or is it it being less enjoyable that's making me just absolutely ready at a moment's notice to. Okay. Let's get our health back, please. Let's run away. No. Oh, hello, you're still there. And then you've got up there, which feels like a slight. Okay, well, point taken, but also. There they are. Just get my health back, please. Oh. Right, we can probably just go and batter them anyway. So I'll do that. That's what why not? Oh, actually, can you just... Yeah. No. What's that one? And let's get back up to full. Which I guess kind of, raises the point with this, like, is it even worth us using stealth? Why have we got a knife? Is that the thing you decide to pick up? We'll see with the other bit. We might be able to sneakily get him out or something, and then we don't have to fight that room. Because we're blatantly going to have to escape from back here, aren't we? Oh wait, was that... Oh, did they all come from this way? Oh, that's good, isn't it? Well, anyway, let's get him out. But first... Nope. Oh, okay. Ah, so... somewhere, no, maybe this is the way out, and maybe back there is where we go and find whatever his name is and get the key. Yeah, okay. Right. Do you know one thing this game's got? It's got a very bad inventory system. just very unclear, you know, like level of causality. I mean, oh yeah, brilliant. Right, okay, this is. I've not seen a boss door like that since bloody Link to the Past. Yep, there we go. That's a confusing camera angle. Oh, what's this? Right, okay, what we need basically is, I think we will just use the Styre, at least until we can get close enough. Oh shit. Well, okay, so it turns out that I can't. Right, I'll use old fisties. Oh, you piece of shit. Right, so what, he moves around like that to see that. Okay, no, it looks like I can't jump. Oh, I can jump over there. Oh, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I'm stuck in a box. Right, okay, good. Thank you, game. Where? Oh. That's bad timing. I actually can't see that I saw that. Okay. Can you see him? Again, I've got light. Oh, well, that looks promising, doesn't it? Fuck's sake. I'll see you that time. Huh. Kind of anticipated there being a bit more ceremony than that, but okay. Whatever. Sorry, I've got him in.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go.
Oh, so it's not. So who's that other guy?
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once. Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia. The sarcophagus. You went through all that trouble with the sarcophagus. I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here?
I do.
Those men come back. I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Sure.
All right. Where should I begin?
You tell me about it.
Let's start with the history of the Ankara.
Why do we fucking like?
An interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages.
This feels stupid. Can we not just get him out and then have these questions in front of LaCroix? Yes, I'm familiar with the Assyrians.
Yeah, well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from some time between.
I'd like to thank Age of Empires 1 for helping with the Assyrians.
It was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Please continue.
Most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs. One Masquerade, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula.
This guy seems like a fucking terrible archaeologist. So.
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, what is the word, pristine or intact condition for so many years. But
I'm honestly more interested, rather than like the wittering on of what this guy's saying. Like, who's the other guy that's back there? Are you sure?
Men educated, guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid. You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth.
And
The engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation.
we just talk about, generally speaking, I think that the writing in Bloodlines for the other characters is pretty good. As I say, I have a lot of complaints about the player character, but the other characters are generally well done. What the fuck is going on with this guy? So he's aware of the vampire myths around the sarcophagus. He's much happier as an archaeologist to lean into that as an explanation rather than all the other. Even the thing you said, well, maybe they just used the same name, which would be much more plausible. Dread Pirate Roberts style. But no, he's going to leap to that. He's taken hostage by a load of religious nutters and telling him they're going to protect him from something. And then one pale dude comes in, knacks everybody else, and we're still... Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure on this.
The treatment was to drink human blood.
So
Perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe...
Why did you spend all that freaking time?
That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
How do you...
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's complicated process, very boring.
Oh, interesting.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
Well, I guess we haven't got enough persuade to go into that, I'm sure.
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to...
You see, I think that if I'm assuming we can escort him out,
Not
but if not, we really do want to find out what that dude's doing in that cage.
But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth. Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing. How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
So, the other thing with this, as well, and I'm going to draw this out somewhat ironically, I suppose, because I'm not about to talk about. Short, punchy dialogue. Short, punchy dialogue. This isn't short, punchy dialogue. Lots of this could have been abstracted away.
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place. Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Right, okay, good. So, that's just a board. Okay.
Please, let me go. I promise not to tell anyone any of this.
Why is my blood so low?
Time of judgment is here.
Okay. Well, I feel really bad for that other dude now. To say nothing of my blood situation. And there's the bow. But wait. Right, I think what we'll do is... Oh dear. What happened here? Right, let's so save the game as Gar, because I want to go back and I want to check that into the fridge, and if we have to skip through that dialogue, then so be it. Okay. Right, so my blood is low just because I have used it up apparently. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. Mystery goes unsolved. Spirit with LaCroix.
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
With whom do they think they're dealing? Attack me in my own building! They're desperate. They've shown their weakness. A last-ditch attempt to steal the prize. The Sabbat, a pack of shovelheads with cheap pistols, was all they could muster. Two got a few stories up, but I took care of them. And my sheriff brought the rest their final death in the lobby. Sabbat animals. What is the motive of every kindred in the entire city these last few nights? The Ankaran sarcophagus. They've been misled into thinking the sarcophagus holds a sleeping ancient, their most coveted feasts. Diablerists. The Sabbat's infamy is in no small part due to their practice of diablerie, that is, drinking the blood of other kindred, especially older ones, until they are dead. Diablerists gain the power of those they've fed upon. In the Camarilla, this is an act punishable by death. For the moment, we've manipulated the press into reporting tonight's events as a terrorist attack. Their soldiers may be no danger to me, but their threat to the Masquerade is abundant. As my best agent, I'm sure you can guess my course of action. He has to remain here in case of further attack, and also to guard the sarcophagus. For this emergency, I need someone with your nerve to guarantee success. The Sabbat have been a threat to both of us for far too long.
I'll risk my life for no less than a large heap of cash.
A mercenary attitude won't get you far in this organization. But, if that's what it takes in this situation, agreed. The Sabbat have made their haven at the Hallibrook Hotel, right under our noses here in downtown. Kill their leader. The rest will scamper out of the city. This is the last time they ever set foot in Los Angeles. Before you go, Beckett told me you went to the Society of Leopold. Did you find out how my sarcophagus is opened? Take your money. Tell me, what have you learned? A key? Where? Do you have it? Not only did you infiltrate the Society of Leopold, but you managed to kill their greatest hunter. You certainly are developing a legend for yourself. Superb. A toast to you, and to victory over the Sabbat. And to Mark. May all his progeny meet such fates. The Sabbat must be wiped out before dawn. Then, when you come back, we'll begin the hunt for the key.
Right, I've now talked to Thingy.
You can always count
Yeah,
on...
okay, fine.
The Sabbat's goal is to stop Gehenna, which is very similar to my own, though they choose to do so through more violent, fanatic, and flamboyant methods. The Camarilla, on the other hand, suspends belief entirely. Or so goes the party line.
Yeah.
What I am is kindred. How others choose to categorize themselves concerns me only where local customs are concerned. Individualism is a path fraught with obstacles and sometimes angry mobs. But for all its hardships, it is the only one worth taking. What did Johansson have to say? Assyrian origin. Glad to see I'm not losing my touch. As for Mesarach, I'll have to research that name, see what I can find. Lamastu? She was a Lilith figure. They represent empowered women and the threat of such women to male-dominated society. Strange she would be engraved on a king's tomb. The lock and key. An invention as ancient as greed. I should have guessed. All we have to do is find a victor in this nonsense. They'll be the one with the key. It seems to corroborate my own evidence. I'm going to have to study it a little more.
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent.
Why?
It's simple. Someone's misled them into believing there's an antediluvian.
I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm like.
Well, perhaps for.
Yeah. Right. No, let's just go. It's so we could go to the I mean, first off, we need to go and get something to eat. There's no. We need to go and get someone to eat. So we'll have a look and see for a few of our regular methods. Firstly, this little alleyway has served us well in the past and will serve us well again. Not close one, not. Then we'll go to the club, get our money, get our bits and pieces there.
Lovely evening.
Oh.
Money, right? Been a while. There you are.
Like, I don't think we're necessarily going to need all of it because we can probably just do like the sneak stealth things that was serving us so well. Otherwise, I think the Hallibrook was no. I'm getting confused. To be perfectly honest with you, like one of the reasons, like if you are hearing this and you're detecting, oh, there's a little bit of sort of salt has crept in. It was the Haven bit. It was the Tremere Haven. Like that. I thought that was one of the bits I was looking forward to on this playthrough, and the fact that we've just completely boxed it off. Boxed it off. What's the word? We've just completely lost the opportunity to do that, and it was such a niche thing. Like the amount of times we've checked for Strauss, we've checked our emails, we've done all that stuff, and the thing that it was the gargoyle. Like that has been a disappointment, and no mistake. And they said the Hallibrook Hotel, so is there a better door for it? Okay. Oh, okay, that looks favourite. We've not been to the last round in a while. Maybe we'll just say hello at the last round, because but I think maybe giving the game more credit than it deserves.
Heard anything?
Equations.
What? Who said it?
Equation.
If this is true, listen, I can't believe even McCoy's that low, but keep an eye on this. If there's anything I hate more than chamois, it's the goddamn Quake Gin.
Okay, sure.
Yeah? We hear about passion kings and freedom. Things most Camarilla types.
Okay.
I mean, geez, it just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just. Yeah?
Doesn't look
Who
right.
the hell is he? Yeah?
No, okay, we've spoken with her.
What the hell did you want?
You question? No, no,
Do I know the Quake Gin? Those motherfuckers showed up in California 5 years ago and been fighting us tooth and claw for every inch of the free state since. Yeah, I know. They're all invaders. Quake Gin, they're less likely to deal with you. They think they're the superior beings or whatever. But the Camarilla, they'll just lie and stab you in the back. Just once. Listen to the back.
no. A few more questions. What do you make of this?
I've been hearing there's some ancient evil vampire gonna rise.
Okay, fine.
Camarilla. Lots of people.
Right, I can't remember.
Us? The Anarchs? Everybody's. Yeah.
Go back to the Quajan. Yeah. What do you like compared to us?
They ain't nothing like us. They're devils, man. Shifted fucking devils. Seeing the shit they're capable of. They're all invaders. Quajan.
Okay, good point. Later. Jack.
Just keeps getting more interesting, doesn't it, kiddo? Giovanni, the Quajan, lots of blood being spilled for a 10,000-year-old conversation piece, wouldn't you say?
Why is my phone not charging? Okay. It's not. It decides not to. How'd you hear about it?
Streets, I heard LaCroix's been talking to Becky. You do what you have to do.
I don't want to help them.
Kid, if you don't do it, somebody else will. You're in a good position to make a difference, Mr. Big Shot. A lot of kindred wondering just which way you'll go. Sure thing. A Samitzi? No kidding. Those are some creepy evil bastards. Ran into one down in Mexico, had this whole village of experiments. Like nothing you've ever seen in a movie. Sick shit. Moving right along. That's up. Moving right. Again.
Oh no.
Sabak.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Blah blah blah. Okay, later. We told them about that. That's fine. At least I guess we've done a little bit there. Yeah. There's a lot of, like the other thing with all this as well, that like I really can't believe how badly executed the that Tremere section is. That's badly executed. Well, it is peculiarly executed because it's like there's a whole interesting Tremere narrative. You know, their place within the narrative. It's like their thing. You've created this whole haven and presumably a quest line, but we're gonna lock it behind like just one incredibly easy to miss quest. It seems like a terrible idea, really. Anyway, speaking of terrible ideas, like half of these folks I can't even see anyway. Fascinating. Go around this way. Oh. Yeah, she's these. Actually, while we're doing this, we could be, well, some of them could be blood striking, I guess. The question is, presumably would go around that, but oh, it's probably gone. Yeah, seems fair. Coming back to us. I feel like it's maybe. Right, well, we might as well, yeah, just come on, let me through. Okay. Don't bring a gun to a fist fight. Oh, I can't even see him. Right. Yeah, great. So, this is the point where I am fairly blind, and you are frustratedly watching, thinking, why can't you see that? Ah, okay. Okay, that wasn't what I meant to do, but whatever. 5. What? Who's that person? Is cowering, so maybe we can get rid of. Oh, hello. More. Oh well. Do you reckon stealth kills? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't need to sneak. Man is the one we want to take down first, but we're not going to be able to because there's a loop. Oh, fuck off! Please, please, please. Okay, that felt monstrously unfair, but whatever. What about these two? No, he's not dead. We can't get through that, so we need to coax him out. Okay. Alright, we can go back to stealthy. Cool. Might as well save that. We're going to see if the guy who was chilling here is any less terrified. No? Okay. Ooh, now. Yes, I think we'll be dropping something for that. First off, let's see if we can drop the knife and pick up the flamethrower. Doesn't look like it. I'm guessing melee and guns exist in a different space. We'll try dropping the anaconda, and we have got the flamethrower. Lovely. That was ambitious, to be fair. Can't grab that knife. That looks like a stair. Has this opened up? Oh man, here. Is he destined to cower in the corner forevermore? Okay, yeah, makes sense to get that. We probably should go slow, but it's kind of bored, obviously. Oh dear. Well, that's going to be a pain in the backside to fight, isn't it? Is there anything else? Still not close. Cool. Right, well, sets us back with a bit more aggravated damage, but to be honest, we could have done a lot worse in the circumstances there. So, no huge complaints. Once we go down, we won't be coming back up, so let's go one final try of our man back here. And if he's still complaining, then I'm afraid he's on his own. Right, well, I mean, I don't really know what else I can do for you, man. I guess there's the is it maybe this way for this person? Oh, right, so we can just walk through that. Where the hell is this thing? Where do we even... Oh, so we came in? Right, I can only assume then that... Well, we'll just go around. At least with the wandering about, it gives us a chance to heal, so... Yeah. What was that? It was me. Okay. Well, I didn't even see you. I'm having a great deal of trouble seeing anything, quite frankly, but it looks like we've got two things on the ground, so that's something. No one cares. Alright, so that's where we came in, fine. Right, I guess we're going to need to use a gun to take care of that dude. Sure, let's get the ever useless Brock out. Oh god, right, okay, maybe we will not do that. Maybe we'll instead do this. That's useful because we those are the things that slow us down the most, obviously. Right, is he still? No, apparently that's not a target. Okay. Self. Yeah, sure. Again, saving as we go. Well, all very silly, really, isn't it? Oh. Great stuff. Is that a shotgun? No, it's a knife. Okay. Oh, great. Right, so I guess those guys are just ghouls that we can just use for blood if we so choose. Did we save it though? Well, it's honestly kind of hard to tell who's a ghoul and who's not. Bust through a wall? No, dead end. Okay. I can't remember who the leader in all this is. Okay, fine. Tidy up. This is a section of the game that I really I don't recall. Oh well. Yeah. Well, those ones unfortunately are pains in the backside. Right, let's save the game anyway. So this way. What's that? That is... Hello? Tell me your secrets. Again, maybe it's the light there that maybe there's a weapon there. I don't really see it. Oh, I'm absolutely blind in some of this. The sunlight is just pouring through, appropriately enough, I suppose. Oh dear. Well, that's not the best, is it? Well. Well, oh well, oh well. It feels to me like that door being a door there, and us having a look around, that there would be a path down here. That maybe that's what it's telling us. But I'm afraid I don't. Or maybe we have to kill every vampire on the floor in order to do this, right? So the easiest way to accomplish this is going to be not stealth. Where's that coming from? Someone is shooting somewhere. Hello? Feels like you're shooting. Hello? You. Can we get around there? We jump through there. So we can't get through there. Can we go first person? Right, did this open up? Nope. So the logical path through would be... I guess we've got to kind of get to that point where that person was. Again, if there is a benefit to this, at least it's... oh. No. Not through there. We got... Right, what? So there's something there anyway, isn't there? Burning in there. There's no doors on that side. That door is barricaded. There's no door around there. Is this guy, is he, they're all eyeless, right, okay, fine. Is that like a hole in the floor that we've missed or something? Yes, there's a hole in the floor that we've missed. Right, okay, fabulous. I don't think we're on last boss yet, but we'll see. Oh, maybe we are. I mean, it's a boss room, isn't it? Oh, cool, no. Right, that opens up that. I don't know if we'll be able to stealth kill this. No. Ouch. Good. What's this do? Make a little meal of it. Okay. But we get there in the end. Fantastic. Right, okay. So I guess that was considered a mini boss room. If it was considered anything at all. And we'll do some more sneaking because we could use a little bit of time to get some health back anyway. Now, I really fucking hate it when that happens. Yes. Oh, fucking hell, right, okay. There's more of them, so. So we've got that guy there. Can we get through here? Nope. Can we get back round through here, round here? Hello. Died. Well, I mean, all that cock-up cascade. Well, I mean, to be fair, we should be fighting our way through all this anyway. Sorry, where are we now? Which of these did we get? Which of these did we not get? I think we'll start with that guy who so callously ended our life last time. Right, okay, so he's there. I don't know if we can do that with him. It's probably worth us having a go. Doesn't look like it, does it? Well. Oh, he gets like a truck. Christ. No bloody wonder we had such trouble last time. Look at the damage he did to us there. And of course it's all aggravated damage. Damn. Working for a change. Come on. Please, come on. Bad enough when they do hit. Okay, so we should have been able to deal with this last time, and it was a bit cruel. It looks like they're actually gonna. No. He thinks he might spot something. Get out, get out, get out. Yeah. Oh, no. Right, come to me, please. Because what I don't want is the other guy. If we can stealth kill him, that would be amazing. I don't think we can now. I think he is wise to us. Then again, maybe not. Alright. Right, okay, cool. Time on the video, 1 hour 36. Can can we do? Is it just you thus far? Oh, it's you two. And you, who's smashed that door open and it's stand there. Very good. Okay. Yeah. I don't believe that. It's like it gives me the damn icon and then it doesn't friggin'. I might save it now anyway, just because of the amount of time it's taken with this dilly dally and fucking great. It's like, am I gonna instant kill or not? Right, good. What a game. I'm not. I mean, you might argue with this. It's like this is obviously not working as intended. So maybe you shouldn't be cheating. But it's kind of like if it's there to be. Dealt with, then why not? What's in here? Oh, just blood. Let's say it's I wasn't. Oh, right, okay. Shooting at me, is it? Fair enough. Guess my numbers didn't come up in that particular stealth lottery. Should we try the Steyr out? We paid all that money for it. No, I don't think we're necessarily good enough at shooting to get much from it. Well, it's almost impossible to use, so... Very nice. I feel like they're hitting each other more than time. Right. Oh, hello. It's meant to be a ranged gun, but it doesn't. Is also, once upon a time, we're hip firing this. Is there like, what was the iron sights button? I'm sure there was an iron. Primary attack mouse on or enter toggle attack mode tab. Okay, let's try that. Oh, that's more of a sniper shot, but whatever. Right, it's just obviously useless. let's just Let's just go and punch him. Cool. Did we get everything? Is that something useful to us? Or is that is a Braddock? Nobody cares about Braddocks, but that is a shotgun shop. I guess we lost a lot of health walking around that corner, so perhaps there's an argument to say, you know, at least it saved us a bit of health, maybe, or maybe we lost more of that health because we were using it on. I don't know. Okay. They are food. We do not need food. Well, I mean, we could use the health that food provides, but I'm not feeling particularly bothered by that. And then this will be the boss room, presumably. Well, hopefully by the time we get down there it'll we'll have walked enough to... Oh no, maybe it's not the boss room. God, it's gone on for a while, this, hasn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Ba 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 ba. Fuck. Oh, these lot have actually made a bit of a mess of me. Right, very nice, yeah. Feel free to come through here, but you hopefully won't blame me if I don't come to you. Fab. Just that guy. Oh, endless use of ammo. I mean, if I was going to have a boss battle, that's where I'd have it, but apparently my character is not going to stoop so low as to climb over a bar, which I can respect. Okay, so nothing that way. Nice. Maybe we do have to climb over the bar. Right, well, if it was going to be a boss battle, it would be here, wouldn't it? Let's take a moment, have a sip of the drink. Let's at least heal up to the blue part of the bar. I mean, obviously the aggravated is, yeah. That's what it is. Oh, well, there's one guy up there. Actually, there's a guy there and a guy there. Maybe this isn't the boss bit, yeah. I don't even know if there is a boss bit. Oh, hello. Okay, ouch. Well, fucking hit him then. Well, there we go. It crashed. Right, I suppose to be fair, what I'll do... Right, welcome back. We've come this far. I figured we could... I was quite tempted to just quit there, but no. I'll just do it. I'll split it into two. So I guess, can we see that guy from there? Because if we can, like, maybe this is a candidate for let's snipe the dude. Oh my god, the controls though. Right, okay, so this is me. I'm not touching anything. That's what the shot is. So we just have to wait until it curls round. And probably gonna take that. Yeah, that is horrendous. Okay. God, that is, I'm not moving anything. That is just the character. But this is not for the record, nor will it ever be a firearms like discussion channel. You know, we're just this is just gameplay. Okay, good. Right, can we see the other guy? Yeah. Weirdly, it doesn't seem to affect the recoil. That's bad. Yeah. Okay, sometimes affects the recoil, definitely. Come on. Have a look at that guy. Great stuff. I still thought there was going to be an iron sights thing, but whatever. Okay, cool. Very good. I thought we found another crash, but no. It's like all that shit going on. It's like something going on through there. Nothing you need to concern yourself with, mate. Don't worry. Okay, now you're telling me that I already have that weapon. This is the point. You thought you'd take a stand and start providing information. Okay. Can we first person? Right. Wander up to these. excuse me, can you move out of the way so that I can stealth get you? Yeah, what was that? It's a very fair question, isn't it? John, see if I can get you, mate. You see it? Right, so you're in. I mean, to be honest with you, like the combat in this game, and this is the other problem that Vampire the Masquerade has. Like, and I think maybe a lot of the time when this works hand in hand with like the sense of doing things in the towns compared to being on these long story missions. The combat isn't very good. Like it feels like both it's like a competition between me and the AI as to who can glitch the other more. Have you? Where is that? Okay, we finally hit end of Utica. Okay, well there can only be surely one basement, so hopefully this is the final stretch. Go on. Right. Okay. Perfect. So again, we'll wait. We'll let our health come back. And I don't think we'll be blood striking, so I think probably the approach will be just a blood buff, get that little extra spot of strength. Do we have, incidentally, we have 9. Right, okay, well let's do that. And then we can do, where is it? No, seriously, where is it? Oh, it's here, okay. Right, cool. So now our defense is 11, which is fantastic. So, and if we go on defense, it's wits, which is already there. Okay, fine. So, great. That will hopefully be of use in the fight to come. Yeah. And now, yeah. I guess the other thing, and I think a lot of the time, having such an unprofessional recording setup as I do, it can be quite, from a I want to just watch a let's play point of view, sometimes that lets you down because you hear all these, but you hear the cup being put down on the side because the mic isn't floating. It's it's like a desk mounted one. One of the other things you can hear though, and there's not really anything much I could do about it, honestly. You hear the mouse clicking. And in my reading of it, like when we were playing Knights of the Old Republic, or when we were playing Clair Obscur, like, to be fair, Clair Obscur we used a pad. I'm trying to think what else we've used a mouse on. Do you know, I haven't really used a mouse since the Fallout stuff. Actually, no, New Horizons used it. But anyway, but the point was with this animated magic. Come to think of it, you can hear the incessant, repetitive clacking of the mouse when we're playing this and we're doing the combat, because that's what the combat mostly ends up being. You know, like you just clicking and clicking and clicking and like it. You might like look at some of this and sort of might loosely think, well, okay, third person, you know, timing based clicking. There's a little bit of like Souls-likey to this. But the difference with the Souls-likes is that while they are brutally hard, the animations and the behaviours of the enemies and their collisions behave pretty consistently. Whereas you'll have seen on this that sometimes folks are just teleporting up. It's like you're trying to stun lock people based on animations that are just not accurate. So what it ends up being is just clickety 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 clickety, which is not. It's not the most perfectly rewarding system. Anyway, we've got our health, so let's do one last bit of clickety clickety. Right. Right. Hello. Well, I'm assuming that this will be the boss arena. Is it always like this? What was the quest log? Oh, it's just we've located the lair. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, do you know what I should have done? Please. Thank you.
I recognize the smell of your blood, young K-Knight. Very potent. Greater than our last meeting. I could smell it even over the flood of my fallen brethren. Doesn't that make you wonder?
Yeah, doesn't that good?
Puppet. The strength of your blood is all that saved you from yourself. Wretched, weak-minded mongrel. The blood is wasted in you. Wasted! Miserable, ignorant gutter spawn. You are blind. The sarcophagus must be destroyed. I will do it myself if I must. And you will be purified. It is the blood that he is speaking through. The blood of all the pawns. It all must be purified.
Right, what's going to happen? No, okay, I see. We're teleporting, aren't we? Okay. I suppose I'll just wait here then. I mean, yeah. If you want to be up there, fine. Like I'm just gonna stay here and heal, if you don't mind. Should I shoot him? I think that hit him. Am I going to choose this? Yeah, of course I'm going to choose it. Like, why would I not choose it? There's no alternate fire on it. Yeah. So I need that. Cool. New. Right, it would be nice to leave. Is there a... okay, so I guess that front bit is the ladder. No? Maybe we can get... can we get up these bits? Okay, I feel like there should be an exit somewhere here. Does it... Prince will be happy as a little girl when you tell him. Yeah, okay, great. Or do we just leave? Oh,
Be
Joe.
at peace, kindred. You stand amongst friends now.
To see you, Minjo. Oh,
I am happy to be received with such warmth. It is encouraging that the tired animosity between our people has not infected your judgment. A true friend in death is as true love, precious, rare, and sweet. Pray your senses have not gone so languid that this blessing cannot be savored. Indeed, the Chang brothers, my greatest agents, undone by the young soldier of LaCroix, it was obvious your path was greater than I or he had anticipated.
My apologies for this.
I am impressed, kindred. That is why I've come to reveal to you the truth, so that you may see that you are not the fist of LaCroix, but the hand that will put the final events of this war into motion. We did have an arrangement, LaCroix and I. A mutually beneficial pact to drive the lesser factions from the city. LaCroix's zeal in recovering the Ankaran sarcophagus has been to the exclusion of many relationships, mine included. And I, like yourself, have been used by him in his desperate quest for power. LaCroix feared Alistair Grout, the Malkavian primogen, for the cursed insight of his bloodline was strong and brought him uncomfortably close to the truth about LaCroix's ambitions. LaCroix saw an opportunity to rid himself of two problems, a hardened rebel leader and a problematic primogen, in one fell stroke. And as you can see, I was integral to his plan.
Okay. I don't think you meant to see the textures there, but it was... I mean, things made sense for all.
LaCroix convinced me that an alliance with the Camarilla could strengthen the position of the Kuei Jin. And so with my help, your prince framed Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout. Yes, you were made to be the witness, for your political naivete put your word beyond reproach. No one would believe you devised such a story. LaCroix used you and once again turned a problem to his advantage. You need to understand that you are a liability, Kindred. Once LaCroix finds the right moment, you will be disposed of, just as he did with Alistair Grout, Mr. Rodriguez, your sire, and countless others.
Indeed.
Hear these words, Kindred. The sarcophagus is sealed against the ages. Only the proper key will break this seal. That key now lies safely in Quajin hands. Your prince's prize cannot be had without it.
I see. Thank you very much.
I hope you recognize my sincerity, Kindred. I would like to see you reach your destination before your path is cut short. I hope when next we meet, it is again as friends.
I hope so too. See you. Cool. Right, but well, it is cool. We're going to go and speak with the Anarchs. Because while I'm a fan of Ming Zhao, I'm also a fan of Damsel.
Heard anything?
I love the way it doesn't even, it just starts from the chest and moves up.
That bastard! He sold us out? What did you just say?
Jack's not here.
What the hell did you want? Yeah? Do I know?
So, I'm not sure.
I tell you, they ain't nothing.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, I heard that. Heard anything? Hey, I heard that.
But yeah, the still making me laugh. That I mean, that does feel like an honest depiction of my interactions with Damsel, but yeah. Oh, he's back.
Chief, you believe what happened the other night? I couldn't come into work on account I bought a tamale from a street vendor and got to scoot something terrible. What a lucky thing, too, because that food poisoning saved my life.
That's all lucky about the runs.
You're telling me. But if I had been there, those punks wouldn't have gotten past the front desk. There's two things I can't tolerate, and that's terrorists and tainted tamales.
I don't know what tamale is, to be honest.
I guess you can go on up. He wasn't expecting you, but it should be all right.
Yeah. I'm sure we're in store for yet another. Is Beckett here? No, Beckett's pissed off. Right, okay, fine. I'm sure we're going to be in store for another absolutely on rails conversation, but let's see what happens.
The Sabbat.
Done.
Another obstacle is removed. From the enemy, we resurrect a new order. And this, in no small part, to your service. Did you hear that? You were never able to wipe them out completely. Keep it up, and you may have his job. My unstoppable crusader. My victories in this city are in no small part due to you. You've done what I've asked without question, and you've done it well. this small token of my appreciation. We'll rule this city side by side, you and I.
Like, to be honest, the cash and the things it buys for things like this, that it surely it would have been better to have had like an exponential cash system that, like, you know, a small token of his appreciation should be, you know, not, it should be $1 million. It should be it's $800. Go and get yourself something nice to eat. Yeah. I found out how to get the key.
You found the key. Where? Who has it?
Alliance of the Quajan.
This nonsense again. Look, I told you before. No kindred would ever ally themselves with those demons. This is a subterfuge, a trick to start a civil war. And apparently, it's worked.
And Nine's in a...
As of this moment, there is no blood hunt against Nines Rodriguez. The Quajan have revealed their plot. They want us to war against each other? Well, to that I propose an alliance with the Anarchs. Together, we kindred shall drive out these foreigners once and for all.
Yeah.
Whether they trust me or not, the Quajan are the greater threat. They do trust you, however. After all, you've been working for them all this time. Spare me the explanation. I don't hold it against you. Your affiliation is a trite concern next to your accomplishment. In fact, you alone can bridge the two kindred communities and sound the Quajan's death knell. You'd be a legend. Go to the last round immediately. Tell them the Quajan have admitted to killing Grout, and that the blood hunt against Nines Rodriguez is officially over. Tell them I have realized the true threat the Quajan pose and wish to negotiate a pact. You will be my emissary for the Alliance, so naturally you speak on behalf of the Camarilla. Choose your words carefully. I will begin organizing plans for war. Good luck. The prosperity of all this city's kindred depends on your success tonight.
Well, the future's in good hands. We won't obviously go and do that this time. That'll be a for next time thing. But as our sort of like, let's have a moment closure that we do for most of these, we'll walk up to the last round to remind us that that's what we're doing next time. I don't think that LaCroix is a good
Wait! About the sarcophagus?
You don't know what you saw.
Don't open it. Whatever you do, do not open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Well, despite what I said, if that sarcophagus is opened, there will be disaster. In what form, I cannot be sure. But after studying the evidence, I'm convinced now that it is better left undisturbed. And anyone who'd pursue any other course is deserving of the consequences.
Why did you change it?
There's an intangible sensation I haven't been able to put my finger on since I came to town. I still don't know where it seeps from. But if the sarcophagus is a possibility, to eliminate that chance, it should remain closed. If Gehenna has begun, then we are all doomed, no matter what course of action we take. I thought you deserved a chance. There's a good possibility we may not meet again. Goodbye, young one.
Okay, cool. And I can't move until he has got sufficiently far away. And that woo signifies that he's animalised and gone elsewhere. Do you know what? Maybe we'll speak with Strauss, actually, because he might finally have something to say Although I think we've just missed all this because of the way it's worked with that stupid gargoyle quest.
Hello, Neo.
Yeah, no. So we've got nothing. Right. I'm going to load it because it's easier than getting out of there. So one of my hates with dialogue, and I've mentioned this on loads of occasions in this playthrough and in other playthroughs, is when the main character is railroaded into being stupid. And I feel like the interactions that we have with LaCroix, because if you're going to get all your quests from one main person, that person has to have a very clear shared interest with the player, or you've got to do really, really well with if you're doing quests under duress. I think you've got to be quite cautious over how much you use that, because the longer that goes on, the more opportunities people would naturally find, if we are as ingenious and as powerful as everybody's telling us we are, then at some point you have to say, well, would we not use some of that ingenuity to get leverage in this situation? It feels like the the dialogue choices the player has to explain their place in the story, the character trusts LaCroix, which is really, really weird when everybody in the game is telling us not to trust LaCroix. You've got this really... It's on paper, it's a very good faction system in this, and one wonders whether it got cut back, whether the original design document was somewhat different to how it ended up being. The realities of game development just kind of took over, because you've got four factions that are opposed to one another, and sure, the Sabbat generally, they are a very antagonistic faction, and you could even argue that the Kuei Jin are quite an antagonistic faction, albeit, excuse me, in a bit more of a conversational way. But the Anarchs, when so much of the game is about the Anarchs and the difference of what's going on between the last round and and LA versus LaCroix, to say nothing of the ham-fisted bit earlier in the game when they were talking about when Ming Zhao kills Grout, and that being just obviously not Nines. I think that it's kind of frustrating, and it makes for a worse system. we have said to the Anarchs that we are, we'll work for them and report back to LaCroix, and we said that to Damsel. I don't think, maybe we said it to Nines, I don't know, but it doesn't feel like we are, and to me this is it is a problem with the writing in a game that generally has pretty good writing. I mean, I know I complained about the archaeologist earlier, and there are a few bits that go like too long. That there are a few sections, Beckett's got a couple, where the dialogue just kind of drags, like it needs tightening up. I sometimes as well, like, I feel that some characters in it get more love than others. The most obvious, of course, being like Therese and Jeanette, like which it's great, and it's the other thing with that like, I mean, you Malkavians don't have to be your most interesting characters. They frequently are. The Malkavians are just interesting. Grout's interesting, but yeah, I feel like it kind of it feels a bit front loaded like that. Like I said earlier in the episode, that like the best two areas, but then again, I mean, so there's something with this as well that we've talked about on the channel, like whether or not a game's should a marker for the quality of a game be how good it is the second time around. I'm quite undecided on this. Like, I do feel that I really, 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 really like games that are even better the second time. I think that's good. I've said before that, like, something like Final Fantasy VII is the original PlayStation 1 game is like arguably better the second time around. I think like the Fallout games, are definitely something that like you can just play again, and like maybe the first time is the best, but they're still really, really good. This has had more of a Final Fantasy IX feel. That it's like it's a first time playthrough. I do. There's also there's a touch of the Clair Obscur problem I have here, which is like my enjoyment of Clair Obscur was significantly reduced once I sort of had the voice actor made known to me. And I'm going to assume that's one person watching is not the same as me, and finds that quite distracting when you know who the voice actors are rather than just the character speaking. When that happened, it impacted my enjoyment, and it made me more receptive. Yeah, more. Perceptive of the little failings, things that I would otherwise have got past. When I'm just taking a little bit out of it, so little things become clearer and weigh more heavily. And there's no doubt whatsoever that part of the... Oh, it's not, that's Second Street alone. Part of this has been the Tremere questline. But the other thing though, like if I can, I mean, I think by the time we discovered the problem, we'd probably saved over all the saves enough anyway to have not been able to go back. But even if we hadn't, some of the sections in the second half of Bloodlines are so... I mean, that... The bloody Giovanni mansion. It's just like, oh, God. You know, like there was just no way I was gonna revert that back for something like that. Going back all that way, yeah, it would have been a tremendous pain. But it also feels like, as I said before, it, like, not having, like, having a quest where you would only find out stuff, like, having a quest that is easily missable because you didn't, you didn't do your due diligence on something, or you didn't go, hang on, what if, something I've learned about the world tells me to do this in between, but the quest can still be done otherwise. That's really good. Like that, I think that's, Vampire has a lot of things like that. So Bloodlines has a lot of things like that, and it's generally good. I think it's, in the context of this, it's a decision. But by that, I mean it's. I don't think this is a good piece of game engineering. I don't think that something as integral to the plot and progress as that, like, so if I'm redesigning the quest, right, if nothing else, if I if there is a flag and we do everything else just as it was, and the minute you kill that gargoyle without having spoken to Strauss, and that's it, you've lost the Tremere forever. In that scenario, as a minimum, I then give the standard Haven upgrade, which is to the Skyline apartments. I think it's the 4th floor. Because having a Haven, like, firstly, a Haven is like a thematic part of it, and secondly, like, there's a reason why both the normal Haven and the Tremere Haven are based in downtown. Like, Santa Monica, broadly speaking, within the game, is a boxed off area. It's downtown that you keep coming back to. It's downtown where, like, LaCroix is. It's downtown where the last round is. And also, like, that starting apartment's just, like, horrendous. And it's like, it's horrendous on, like, a number of levels. So it's like, so you should be replacing that. The idea that it's like, everybody else is living in these fantastic havens, and we're just in this, like, shitty little thing where there isn't even a door on the, like, there's not even, like, a bedding on the bed. it's just like, it just doesn't feel like there's been progression, and it's as well. I mean, just being very basic about it, it's actually quite inconvenient to get to now. So that would be one way of handling it that would have been cheaper and easier and better, I think. To me, the more simplistic way of doing this, like if you're Tremere, like, just a simple flag at the start, if player character is Tremere, then that quest with Isaac starts disabled, and a quest that is hidden for any other what are they called? Any other bloodline? What are they called in this again? Clan. A quest for any other clan. They don't see, but you get the quest instead from Strauss. And yeah, it would be a more disappointing game if everything was simplified like that. Nobody wants that, and like the complexity of some of these is the best part. But I just think with something as particular as what is ostensibly your class quest, I just don't think it makes any sense to do it this way. But counterpoint, how much of that is a sensible design decision and discussion? Sorry, 2 secs. Quick cough. And how much of it is personal soul? Because when we picked a class at the start, there were 2 things that we were thinking about, and one of them was, the Tremere Haven. So, is that my personal disappointment for this is over, is impacting my ability to objectively analyse this? And to me, the answer to that question is a definite maybe. if you'll pardon the expression. It might do. It absolutely categorically might do. I still don't feel it's a great call, but yeah. But I think with Bloodlines, I guess, like, it's coming back to that point that the game is better the first time than the second. I think or at least when I played it, and I was like much younger, I was barely out of my teens, if I was even out of my teens, think about it, but it's a game that feels like it's got like a wealth of possibility to it. But the second time I'm playing it around, it's like, actually, I can see the edges a lot more, and lots of the best stuff, as I say, is just, it's front loaded. When I first played it the first time, like, one of my great disappointments with it was just how short it was. Like, when I played, and I think, to be honest, possibly should do a better job of telegraphing this. As I've said, I think I said that right at the start. Not quite sure why. Some of these are in Chinatown, downtown Santa Monica, or whatever. These 4 areas, I just assumed we'd go beyond LA. I just, you know, like, certainly, I mean, I think, and maybe to be fair, it was originally going to be 5 areas. Like, there's perfect room for 1 more. So it was when it came to an end, which is not too far away. Yeah, when it came to an end, it was a bit sad. But actually, if I was doing something with this now, I mean, you know, I don't know, like, people's decision to make, but like, I might have, rather than adding in all these main quest things, I might have actually been tempted to put more things in. You know, like, take that time that we spent, like really, honestly, like, just get rid of the Society of Leopold. Just like that's one thing that, you know, obviously, you know, we've kind of glitched through it a bit, and there's, you know, different ways to approach that might be more interesting. But I think you can just get rid completely of that. Get rid of that completely, rather. That's a weird sentence. And then just say, like, when you've done certain quests or certain main quest things, certain flags come up that that are using existing characters. And I know, yeah, and they are arguably the hardest character to incorporate in this, because they are, like, there's the most obvious complexity depending on how outcomes went, and you don't want necessarily spiraling complexity, but like, you know, what does, you know, Therese Vorman, Jeanette, what's their role in this? Like, what more things can we have in Santa Monica? How can things develop rather than these just, like, long, and, to be perfectly frank with you, quite bloody repetitive main quest, like, sections. I think that of these main quest things, like, I can understand the Sabbat warehouse. Well, I mean, I suppose arguably it starts off with the Overlook. I think the Overlook's okay. As much as I find it frustrating and I get stuck in there, but it's tonally its own thing, and it makes sense, and it's doing something that the others aren't. So the Overlook stays. I think that the blowing up the Sabbat warehouse is fine. I think the restrictions that you have on character level at that point, and your inability to just kind of kick the door down using the method of choice, means that that's got value. But I think that that is one of a number of hauntingly similar ones. I think the Elizabeth Dane, as much as it kind of, like, you know, it can be a frustrating experience when stealth is not behaving, it is its own thing. It's its own challenge. And I don't mind the Elizabeth Day in terms of the game design. I think Grout has enough personality to carry it. I think that because you're exploring the character as you're going, and the mansion has some cool design things and some that are a lot less, interesting. I think Grout earns its keep, but again, it's a long combat section. Like it's what and it's occupied. Like I think if you keep Grout as it is, fair enough. But you need to then put some space between like the combat bits. Which I think the other ones were going and exploring the like Samisi house. This about things like fine, like okay, like it by that point it started to feel a bit repetitive and generic. I guess it's got a boss fight, which is pretty good, but maybe could that have been squeezed in somewhere else? There's no excuse for the sewers. The sewers are just absolutely fucking awful. Like that is a long and boring part, and it goes right into the Nosferatu as well. That's boring. The what's it called? The section in is it, I was about to call it the Fu Yung building or whatever with the Chinese hunters. It's I mean, aside from the fact that several of the puzzles are just not really very well telegraphed. Just because I think with the lightning one particularly that we had to look up, and it's like it doesn't really show, or I couldn't see that it was visualizing the break. If it visualized, because we did try it, but it just looked like nothing was happening. So it was kind of poorly executed there. But otherwise, I mean, it didn't feel. I don't know. I think you can lose it. I don't think you need that. The Giovanni mansion's it's wrong because it's like it could have been a really, really good section if it had focused on what it really was, offering to focus on, which is like negotiating and turning family members on against and making it like a conversational puzzle, making that like a puzzling experience or something. Instead, you're fighting zombies, and the zombies, like, it's almost as bad as the sewers. So that could just go. As I say, the Society of Leopold, like, maybe if we're losing all the others, there's a bit more scope for having another combat one. But I don't think it and if you took all the elements of writing, all the elements of a lot of it would sort of be changing you're swapping out art asset generation for, you know, people actually scripting in like meaningful quests. If you put all that content as sort of layered things that like just happens, or like you put in content of an equivalent workload to produce, like into Santa Monica downtown and Hollywood, like that only becomes available after you've done those main quests, I think the game gets better for it. I think things happening, you know, there would just be so much more rewarding. You know, I really put the boot in on Final Fantasy IX when we did the playthrough of that. You know, obviously I finished at the end, and it has that very feel good ending, which earns a lot of love at the end, as well as the fact it was just fucking over. But I've been saying with Vampire the Masquerade all the way through this that, like, you know, it's a classic, and it is a classic. It's an absolute stone cold classic. One of the best RPGs of all time. No doubts about that. But I also, like, for all this glowing praise that I've been pouring on it, there's been so many sections from the point we hit Hollywood, really, where I'm just like, oh, I've got to get through that bit. Doing this bit with the Sabbat this episode, doing the Giovanni Mansion, doing the Society of Leopold. Like, I've not been looking forward to any of these. These are things that I'm getting out of the way. So it's good, but it's not perfect, you know. And unfortunately, even back in the day, one of the criticisms, aside from the sewers level, that gets thrown at Vampire is the ending. It's not exactly a boss rush, but it sometimes gets called that. So there's a sequence of bosses at the end, and yeah, the ending. The ending's not great. There's a lot as well, like. Well, yeah, there's just lots of stuff. But then again, I mean, there's been other things that, like, I really, you know, please, if you've played this recently, or you play a different patch, you play on a different system, or whatever, like, you know, if you have played this, or even if you played it years and years and years ago, and you know, you've got your own memories of how things worked. What's going on with this? The sneaking. Like, oh, you actually got some experience. Maybe I'll spend that. What's going on with it? Like, I would not expect at sneaking 10 to be able to sneak as well as we're sneaking. As I say, like, some of the ones that obfuscate discipline, I wouldn't expect at, like, level 5 obfuscate to be sneaking as well as we're sneaking. So it's yeah, like what's going on with that? What, by the way, the points. There's perception. I know that we punch everything. I know that's kind of our way of doing things, but it's actually kind of, it's going to get to the point as we get closer to the end where, like, firearms matter. So I think I'm actually going to do that. What do we want? We've got full scholarship. If we want intelligence, it's just research, really. No, I think we'll be alright for that. I think we go perception. Right, anyway. This has been a very long episode because it's been several parters strung together. Tell me your thoughts on this, if you can. What do you think of the way this has gone? What do you think of the game? What do you think of the Let's Play? I mean, I know we're doing it more as an analysis than anything else, but like, how much of it is on me? The thing is with this, like, I know I'm exploiting the stealth stuff, but it's not like the combat's any fucking better. It's just kind of lame, you know. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye bye.